Hello everybody, this is Jeffrey GT7 and welcome to the episode. In this episode we'll be covering two builds. The first build we're going to be going through is the Subaru Impreza Isle of Man time attack car at Tokyo Expressway with this new swap. And after we go through that particular build, we're going to switch gears and do ourselves a very simple, easy money builder grind build using the Camaro SS at Le Mans. So in this episode, hopefully both these builds will help you out to earn some credits pretty easily and very effectively, especially for the Camaro at Le Mans. I'll be showing you guys both builds, liveries, and pretty much everything you need to know about these two cars. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into the episode. First stage, using the WRX Isle of Man car. You can find this car at the Brand Central under Subaru. It's going to cost you about 370,000 credits just for the car, or you can just win it randomly at the tickets. The engine swap that came from the last update is, of course, the LS7 BRZ Drift engine swap. Is going to cost you about 300,000 credits. Now, let's say, for instance, you're not level 50, which is a hot magenta pink number up on top screen, which lets you choose to buy certain swaps and certain parts. I'll show you guys a alternative route, just in case if you're not that level. So what we're going to do is go to our garage, and as you guys can see, just go to the box with the tape on it, which is your tuning parts, and depending on how long you play the game, you should earn some engines. Now we're going to be looking for something like this, a lit up taskbar with the word compatible on the top right of that taskbar. Pretty much, if there's a certain swap you want to do, look out for that. And if you do have it, what you're going to do is click on it. You're going to ignore this big old giant paragraph up here. Just completely ignore it. What we're going to do is click on the white button that says install. After you click it, it'll ask you just one last time if you want to go ahead and go forward with this action. Say yes. And as you can see, we did in fact got that swapped successfully into the car without using any credits or a level 50 collector level. As you can see, we got both the PP points and the HP has increased, and that's pretty much the alternative route to get a swap in a car. So after you get the swap inside the Isle of Man Subaru, if you guys want to follow me in the game, the profile is Jeffrey GT7 YT. Here's both liveries I'm going to go ahead and share for right now. So start off with the Camaro. It's going to be a Chase Elliott Napa Auto Parts NASCAR replica from that Camaro SS. Just make sure you get the car set to Y before you actually get it. And for the Impreza, it's going to be the snap-on livery. Now, if you do not want the livery, that's totally fine. I don't think there's certain parts you need for this car. So if you want the livery or not, it's totally up to you. Here is the only one list for this particular tuning list for this car. If you guys want to go ahead and just pause the episode and just copy down the numbers that are on the screen, you can. And trust me, this car is going to feel pretty good when we get it all together at Tokyo Expressway, and I'll pretty much share what to expect from this car when we get to the racetrack. So after you put everything together, get started with the race. The car overall, it did decent. There's nothing to be really too carried away about. It's not as powerful as, let's say, a Honda Beat or a 99 Type R Impreza engine swap. It actually kind of reminds me of the same performance as the Mitsubishi Group 4 engine swap, something to that similar caliber. But for this engine, I would say perhaps the worst thing about this engine swap has to be the fuel mileage. Unfortunately, you're going to be drinking a lot of fuel, so I would suggest if you are manual transmission driver, just shift once that RPM tracker hits halfway. Now you can see we got ourselves a red box lit up, and basically what that is our DRS. So if you go to your options, since I'm on my PS5 controller, if you see the R1 is the nitrous / overtake, that button right there, whether you press either on a wheel or a controller, that's going to pretty much engage that particular wing, because this Impreza has a DRS function on the back of the car, which basically what it means is the back of the wing actually tilts a certain direction, which lowers drag into the car. Now, I would say just be careful when you're using it, especially in corners, because that is going to pretty much loosen up the rear of the car. So you want to use it very wisely. Otherwise, if you're using it too much, then eventually you will lose control of the back of the car. So I would suggest once you get the car straightened out, use it, and once you actually do get off the accelerator into a corner, just be careful whenever you see it highlighted, and you can see it's right above where your sister at. It might be faded, but once you get enough certain speed, like it is right there, you can see it's already lit up. That'll give you the indication that you're traveling fast enough to hit the button, and you can just hit it. Now, I really suggest you use it mainly for the straights. That's going to help you out a good bit. Now, your speed with it combined with the motor itself, you're not going to be outperforming the RX-7 or the GTR NSX, but you'll be within close to the top 3 when it comes to top speed. So for our first lap, not too bad overall. We're going to find ourselves in 3rd place for our first lap. A decently smooth, good battle toward the front for our first lap, which is good. Also for our total time, not too shabby either. It's going to be a 2:21.053. It did take us to a little bit past the 3rd lap to let us get close to the race leader. And as you can see here, we do have ourselves quite a good advantage over the handling compared to the NSX guy. So it's a great run, and we're going to find ourselves as the race leader as we get into about the halfway part of lap 3. And from that point on, we're basically going to go ahead and do a couple more time trial laps before we get to our pit stop lap, which is going to be lap 6. So like I said, unfortunately you will not be able to travel as far like we have been doing regionally, like lap 7 or lap 8. So I would say the good thing is, since it's at the end of lap 6, that will give us a guarantee that we'll have to make one pit stop in this race. But making that early pit stop is going to cost us a couple spots, and unfortunately we'll have to wait for the other drivers to make their pit stops on lap 7 and lap 8. But once everything went through the cycle, we did retain the lead of the race, and actually we were able to put some pretty decently good consistent lap times too with this car, which I really liked in this particular run. So let's go ahead and fast forward to what's going to be our last lap and hot lap for the race. I would really encourage you guys just to watch this hot lap, and then I'll see you guys when we get to the end results. Alright, so we got ourselves a decent 26:31 overall for our total time using this car. I know there's a lot of cars out there that can actually easily outperform that, so just for curiosity, still gets the job done, was able to get the win, got ourselves that standard bonus, and that's going to be it for race number 1. So I would say if you want to try it, you can, but I think this car overall should be a better fit for Le Mans. Let's go ahead now and move into race number 2. To find the car, the Camaro SS, it's going to be the very first car you see at the Chevrolet dealership in Brand Central. It's going to be a very, very cheap 35,000 credits just for the car itself. So that's going to be it for stage 1 for the car. After you grab the car, what you're going to do next is go to the GT Auto, to the car and maintenance service, and get yourself the wide body, and that's going to be very cheap too. I think it's about 10,000 credits for the wide body modification. After you do that, we're going to go ahead and go through the car customization parts. Just in case you don't want to chase LA livery, here are the parts right here, just in case you want to add them to your own personal car. And trust me, I would suggest you do in fact add these to your car if you want to pretty much copycat the setup, because this is going to make your car feel really, really good at this particular race. So there's all the parts right there. Let's now go ahead and go to the setup itself. As you can see, we got ourselves racing hard tires for our main compound, fully customized differential. We went ahead and pretty much adjusted the downforce, add some power restrictor down to 73 just to knock off a couple of horsepower for the car. Fully customized racing transmission. Whatever kilometer is set for that transmission, keep it as is. There's no need to pretty much change anything on the gearing. Just make sure you just copy the numbers on the screen. As we head to the other part of the list, you can see we got ourselves quite a lot of upgrades. So basically, get all the upgrades you possibly can to get your hands on at the tuning shop, and basically just throw them in the other part of the list. So you really shouldn't be able to miss anything from the tuning list except for high lift camshaft and the titanium connecting pistons and rods. Just ignore those if you can. Just make sure you just copy everything you see on the list, and you should be good to go. As we get to our run at Le Mans, we're going to find ourselves in field map 1 for the whole entire race. Now for this particular car, the car actually feels pretty good. Both these races that I failed to mention were done on the controller, as you may have guessed by the thumbnail of the episode. And the strategy for this particular car is, since we're going to be racing on map 1, I would suggest you just change your gears halfway through the RPM charger bar, like you see right there. So it's like we did with the first race. That way you'll be able to save your tires and save some fuel, especially the fuel part. It's the most crucial part of this run. And you can just see this car is easily outperforming the Group 4s very, very easily. We got ourselves, unfortunately, a half-second penalty for that first turn, but not going to worry about whatsoever, because you can just tell by the pace of the car is very, very quick compared to these Group 4s. We're going to hit about close to 190 as we approach that very first chicane. We're going to go ahead and pick ourselves some spots right here, and after that, when we get back to the main straight, we're going to find ourselves pretty close to the race leaders, and we're going to take the lead pretty early in this race than we're accustomed to. And after we took the lead from the race, we basically just left everybody high and dry in the dust, and we're basically in our own little world. So there we are, passing the Swift, the Viper, and the Corvette, and that's going to be it for lap 1. Fast forward to our first scheduled pit stop. It's going to be the end of lap 2. As you can see, there's a couple of clouds in the area, but I did check the radar just at the last second, and there's no rain in sight. We're going to go ahead and just refill the car 100% on fuel only, and that's going to be it for our pit stop. Again, another 2 laps later, the sun is outside, blue skies, no sign of rain, same thing, 100% on fuel, and that's going to be it for pit stop number 2. And then for our very last pit stop, which will end the cycle, lap 6, as you can still see, sunny outside, no sign of rain. Same thing, just keep the tires as is, and we're going to fill our fuel up to over a lap of distance because we reached below the 4-minute marker. We're going to coast and just basically slow down at the very end to the racing line and officially finish the race at Le Mans. So a pretty easy, quick, very effective run at Le Mans using the Camaro SS. So if you do have that car, I really recommend giving that car a shot just to give you some extra credits and got ourselves that clean race bonus, and that's going to be it for the episode. So for our next preview of the episode, it's going to be just for one build only. It's going to be using the GT Limited Toyota swap, which is going to be the 2JC. I'm very much looking forward for the swap, see what it can do. I've actually was able to upgrade it, and actually could be a sleeper in my opinion for this race. So if you guys enjoyed the episode, why not go ahead and leave a like. If you'd like to support the channel, why not go ahead and hit the subscribe button, as well as we're getting so close to 4,000 followers. So I really thank you guys for supporting the channel. If you have any particular builds you'd like to see, you can add them to the comments below. There's the last episode if you want to check that out as well. And with that all being said, hopefully you guys have a great rest of the day or night. And I'll see you guys later, and take care.